Hi guys, it's Marianne. I disappeared on you again. Ay, ay, ay. What am I going to tell you this time? I've just been enjoying the island. What can I say? Island life is so relaxed. Sometimes, a little bit too much. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about Vanuatu. Well, the island of Santo where we're at. We're in the town of Luganville. Very, very virgin. Absolutely beautiful. Not a lot of expats here. We have a small community of expats. A lot of people, here as missionaries. But so we have a nice group of people that, we get together on weekends a lot. There's really nothing to do on the island. There's no movie theater, there's no bookstores, there's no real stores. There's a supermarket, that we'll get to that subject in a minute. So, yeah, you start getting island fever quite fast. So, in order to take care of that, we socialize a lot. we see friends all the time. On Sundays, there's big swims. My daughters are swimmers, and so is Peter. I'm not. I'm the driver. But so it always ends up with a lunch, barbecue, some sort of thing. So it's all good. It's all good. As for the food, this is a very seasonal place. So like now we have a lot of tomatoes and mangoes and pineapples. It's gonna be summer here soon, and bananas and papayas and all those tropical fruits. Of course, coconuts, which you can find all year round. And so I'm going to be making a lot of videos that, in the United States, you probably wouldn't be making now, with especially tomatoes. When we first got here, people don't use herbs when they cook here, so we started a little herb garden, and I'm happy to say, today, in fact, I picked my first 3 little tomatoes from our tomato vines. But talking about herbs, I get to snip a little bit of basil and cilantro, and I think that's, well, parsley. I have some parsley and some thyme downstairs that are growing quite fine. So that was nice. My girls worked on that for me, and I'm really happy. I'll put a picture of the 3 tomatoes I took off the vine today at the end of this, okay? Don't laugh. They're not like huge, beautiful, tomatoes in the States, but they are very, very pure, organic, and super delish. So what happens is, I guess it's all about a matter of attitude and learning your way around. So when I first got here, I was used to planning the week, right? This week I'm going to cook this and this and this and this, and I'm going to make videos of this and that, and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So that's what I started doing. I get here, I do my little menu, I go to the market, I can't find anything. So I'm going to say about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, fruit, a lot of fruit and stuff started showing up. But before that, there's a lot of cabbage, island cabbage, round cabbage, flat cabbage, purple cabbage, green cabbage, pumpkins, lots of pumpkins and squashes. Tomatoes, maybe a month now that we have a bunch of tomatoes. You'll find lettuce. It's all a hit and miss, So when I first got here, I'd go to the market and I couldn't find anything. A lot of things don't grow here, and what you can find is very, very, very organic, which is great. But if it's not in season, you're SOL. The seasonal stuff is quite cheap, actually, once it comes out. We'll talk about the other stuff that doesn't grow here, that's ridiculously expensive, in a sec. So, okay, so first couple weeks, I guess, I'm all frustrated because, I can't. So I said, all right, maybe what I need to do is go out there and see what they have and then plan around that. So you do that, right? You go, you look, blah, blah, blah. I come home, I plan, next day I go, it's all gone. Okay. But attitude, right? It's like, okay, instead of getting frustrated and like, why don't I go find it, buy it, and then cook it? Which is what I've been doing. Okay, so now talking about the supermarket, that's also pretty interesting. And they'll get their containers, and all of a sudden it's flooded with cheeses and everything, cereals and everything you want. And if you don't buy everything you want, then you won't see it for another 3 months. So you learn the hard way. You go, oh, there's all these things at the supermarket. You go 3 days later and it's empty because there's, a few resorts around here, so they need to stock. So they go into those supermarkets and just buy what they need. I mean, they need to run their businesses. And so you live and learn. You go out there, you see something you like, you buy as much as you can. Of course, if it's perishable, there's, you're kind of limited. Frankly, I never thought I would be so happy to see, carrots and apples and celery in the market, which happens once in a while. It really brings things into perspective. We take a lot of things for granted, and it's like, oh, I have a tear in my eye. I just found some celery. Whatever. So you adapt and you change your attitude and everything's cool. I will, make videos of Vanuatu for you guys as time goes by. I want to just, it's very small. The island's not small, but Bougainville's not all that big. I want to film something on our way into town, just with the camera in the car. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. This place is really, really divine. Everywhere you go. When Desi, my daughter, was here, she came to visit, in October. I took her to a beach and we get there and she says, oh, what's this called? Screensaver? Yes, that's how pretty this is. So, at any rate, I just wanted to catch up with you guys, give you an update of what's going on, and, here's hoping that you're all doing excellently well. If you're in the States, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Take good care of yourselves, and I'm not going to promise when I'm coming back, but I'll see you soon. Maybe. So this is about $2 of tomatoes, this whole bin here. So as I was telling you, when they're seasonal, they're cheap. These are the 3 tomatoes I took off my vine today. Oh, it's so pretty. I've heard that there's a saying that there's nothing better than a homegrown tomato, blah, 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 here. Because everything is organic, it's gonna be good whether you grow it or you buy it. One thing I forgot to mention on my, when I was talking to you guys a little earlier, is we have a lot of issues with the internet here. Oh yeah, it gets so frustrating. I'm full throttle, working, the internet turns off. So, at any rate, the joys of the third world. So I'll leave you with a picture of a bowl of tomatoes. See you guys.